Whoa, okay. Whoa, what?
So excited to announce that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. So our goal with this channel has been to release entertaining and educational content, and it makes us really happy when we see in the comments people picking up an instrument or learning music theory.
But if you're not enrolled in a university or have an opportunity to take a class, Skillshare is a wonderful tool to help you learn some skills about whatever you want. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it is an online learning platform that has lesson videos on 25,000 different topics, including singing, music theory, and art. Skillshare's affordable music classes are easy to follow with concise information that makes it easy for people of any experience level to digest.
The first 500 of our subscribers to use the link in the description get a 2-month free trial. Whether you want to fuel your curiosity, creativity, or even career, Skillshare is the perfect place to keep learning in 2019.
That said, let's move on to the reaction part of this video.
So now you're reacting to the brother-sister duo AKMU in a B-side track of their 2017 winter album. If you guys remember, they did.
I love AKMU.
Yeah,
I think
they're
AKMU is
great.
like becoming my favorite group.
Yes! Join the club! Chan-hyuk wrote Will Last Forever when he remembered a time during his elementary school days when the whole class took group photos and wrote below their dreams of what they wanted to be when they got older. Chan-hyuk wrote Firefighter, just like others without any specific reason. And as he grew up, he became curious as to what his friends had become. Did they achieve their dream that they had written down, or did they go down a totally different path? The Korean title of Will Last Forever literally translates to Children from Before. In this song, AKMU reflect on their childhood friendships and how they went their separate ways as they grew older.
Oh.
Even though they're all older and are experiencing the reality of adult life, they hope their friends were able to hold tight to their innocent childhood dreams.
Man, AKMU delivering the young existential stuff. Underrated. Both them and that topic. No, this is not what I expected. Okay, there we go. We're moving. The opening just threw me off.
I feel like the simplicity of this line and like the fact that it's in unison and very quiet with very like simple piano accompaniment sort of evokes like childhood memory kind of sounds, you know?
You know it's gonna be a deep song when it's in 6/8.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, do that.
It's either a power ballad or like really, really touching.
Yeah, absolutely.
They split into harmony after being in unison, and it was like, stop, but don't. Killing me.
Oh, yes. Octaves. Wow. Are we going duple?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, this is really touching. Oh.
Yeah. Love it.
This is a
Well,
nice
we had like
interlude.
Yeah, we had a meter change.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We should be dancing.
Would you like to waltz?
I kind of know how to waltz.
Oh. And then it just disappears for the piano to play a little solo.
I totally thought they were gonna modulate.
But isn't that like,
There's still time.
I feel like it didn't modulate there though because like they're trying to hold on to what they had before
Yeah,
instead of
that could be a reason.
We scatter down. They sing in octave unison.
Picking up the pace.
And of course, when they sing colorful, it has to be chords and intervals.
Whoa, okay. Whoa, what? They just turned it around. That was cool. Oh, it's so short.
The suspension there was tasty.
Shh. Oh, she's got a nice timbre in her voice.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, new key. Ooh. That was like in your face new key. Like, ooh. We didn't modulate. We like modulated.
See, they're moving on now. See, they were thinking about trying to hold on to that key, and now they've changed
Graduation.
key.
Wait, no, it's Yoko. Never mind. Sorry.
Her voice matters so much here.
Yeah, she has a nice voice.
It's like ASMR.
Interesting that they switch. Now it's happened twice into 4/4, you know, and then back to 6/8, but only for like a few bars.
Butterfly. Oh.
It's so intimate. It's like they're singing to you, like right here.
No, we don't need that.
No, they actually resolved that at the end. That feels like the kind of song where they wouldn't have a cadential resolution and they would have kind of left you hanging. But I guess that's sort of like hopeful.
Yeah.
In a way, like, you know, they've changed, they're moving on, but like, doesn't mean they let go of that part of who they used to be.
I don't know. I thought it was great. Also, thanks for hiring musicians. And also, thanks for using different meters. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that was super cool. I really liked how it changed meters in there. I feel like it was weird for them, or not weird, but like out of the ordinary to use compound meter, which is when the beat is subdivided into 3 parts, over what everybody usually uses, which is simple meter, where the beat is divided into 2. But then to not only start in compound meter, but to transition into simple meter made us like pause for a second, like to have to rethink how we listen to the song. And I think that's also kind of indicative of like when you reach a point in your life and you have to rethink who you are and what you want and where you want to go, and you know, is the person that I grew up the person that I always want to be, or do I want to change and find something new? So
I like the song, but I also in some ways did not like the song. So mixed feelings about the song. I think that it has a lot of the things like sort of cliches that are like, okay, we want to make our audience cry, so what are we going to do? We're going to start with like really soft voice and piano. We're going to end that way too. And in the middle, like, we're going to throw in, like, you know, drum sets, strings, wind chimes, like, you know, like, the, like, we want to make you cry kind of instrumentation. So, like, I heard at the beginning, like, yeah, you're supposed to cry by the end of this. It was, like, it was well executed. It was just, like, it felt like very much I know what I'm supposed to be feeling right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think cliches are cliches for a reason.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah, because it works and it'll reach a wider audience that way. I personally really enjoyed the song. I thought it was very uplifting. Not only the message, but the way they used tempo, too. It was very kind of relaxed at the beginning, like childhood innocence. And then we got a little more minor melodic stuff happening and flat 6 stuff happening when the turmoil starts to happen, when you realize, oh, you know, will I be able to pursue these dreams? Will it work out in the end? And then they sang the chorus, you know, the final time, and it was like the drum set was in like full swing. It was very like ballad, but it was very uplifting. It was very uplifting at the end. They were singing the same words though. So to me that indicated that at least for them things were working out. And even though, you know, life can sometimes throw you for a loop and you might not end up where you expected, things usually tend to work out in your favor if you have the right mindset. So I really enjoyed that. And then just the way they ended quietly, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good message.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah, they're so good. Every time I listen to them, it's just like, it's always a good experience. I thought it was quite nice. Quite nice. Because I was like, man, I haven't heard a major 7 in a long time. Da-da-dee-dum.
Oh, laid out major 7.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
Okay.
wow, that's rare for me. It's like, this is an occurrence that hasn't happened in a while. So I thought it was nice. It's so passionately sung out. And having the brother sit in the background and just hover and harmonize with the sister, it really created an effect of just like longing and tenderness. I thought that was really nice.
I like this song.
I'm gonna go first, so stop humming. I'm kidding. Yeah, so that was, first of all, their phrase lengths were really cool, especially towards the end. Like, that's something like I actually want to go look at their chord chart or whatever, because their interruptions were unexpected and really effective. Yeah, also very honest and like super genuine.
I think AKMU, I think they got, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I think they got my favorite. They have my favorite voices to listen to, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like
complimentary.
It's really, yeah. It's just like in their individuals, like individually they sound phenomenal, and together they sound even more phenomenal. And it's like really great, you know, that they write their own stuff. I just really liked the like the build up, the progression, how it started off with 2 of them, and it built up, and then they had some individual moments, but then like towards like, you know, 3/4 of the way through, you have like this like almost like choir-esque feel, you know, it's like the tech, like everything is like super. I think they built it up really well, but at the same time it wasn't like too in your face.
It also wasn't trite.
Right.
Like, it was actually, I mean, I kind of like, you know, there was a point like in the middle where the texture just, or the instrumentation just like doubles, right? Like there's bass, the vocals, or like not kids, it's just the choir.
Right.
But it was well executed because you expected it, but then they played on it in a manner that you didn't expect.
And it was, yeah, it felt natural in the flow.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It just, the song flowed, had a really good sense of flow, you know, melodically, texturally. It was just great, man. They just, you know, they knocked another one out of the park.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
Hello everyone, I'm Umu React to K channel creator, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed or learned something from it. If you'd like to support us or help React to K grow, you can do so by visiting our Patreon and help us out by pledging any amount you can. Till next time.